What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Super Gamer Boys. I'm your host and captain, Garrett Morlang. Here in the virtual studio with me is the one nerd dad, Zech Keenan.
Hi.
And, hi, Zech. How are you today?
Good.
He's amped up and ready to go. And on the other side, and the virtual trailer park over there, is the one, the only, JJ Purdom.
Bienvenidos, amigos. Bienvenidos, amigas. And I am so happy to be here. The thing is I not wash clothes today, so I just wearing like my wife beater. This is like what they call my tank top.
I think those are a Hispanic audience.
I think maybe they not listen to the show anyway. They not like get it and all of his movements.
Oh my word.
Well, that just happened.
All of the accents on this show are actually representative of exactly how the Super Gamer Boys really feel about
not all of them.
No.
Not only one. Not all of them.
Maybe about a third of them.
Exactly a third. It represents a third of the personalities on the show.
Hey,
man.
that sounds like it's me you guys are talking about. That's not right.
We'll leave it to the audience to decide.
Yeah. His name is JJ Purdom, remember. If you write any reviews or any hate online, JJ Purdom.
And remember, you can go at me on Twitter at JJ Purdom. If any of your hate tweets, bring it.
Dude, you've been making some history the last couple of weeks. You've been pretty active on the old Twitter sphere. I
finally figured out how to do it. I actually had to have my 9-year-old son show me how, and I've tweeted about 5 times now. So I feel like that's a record.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I'm proud of myself.
That's more than I do in a week.
Sorry, I keep tagging you guys in everything. I'm like, I just went to the bathroom at Gene Morlang, at Zech Keenan, at Super Gamer Boys. Isn't that what you do to promote the podcast?
Yeah, I just tag it in every single post about everything.
No such thing as bad exposure.
Well, yeah, so anyways.
Don't tell me that, because it's going to get bad. I know. Zech. It's going to get really bad very quickly.
That's the first thing that popped in my head. I'm like, you said that to the wrong person, Zech. Oh, man. Cool. Well, let's, before we get into the show, it was Father's Day this last weekend. How was your guys' Father's Day?
It was excellent. Probably the best Father's Day I've ever had. And that's saying something. I'm a dad to 3 kids. And it just, what a great weekend, and topped it all off. And then I got to play Last of Us 2 a whole bunch. Spoiler, I'm going to talk about it later. It was amazing. So I had like the best time ever. I think I ignored the kids the whole time. Like, honestly, all I did was kill zombies.
I believe
What about you guys?
I believe it.
So my wife had her wisdom teeth taken out on Friday.
Ooh.
Just like the left 2 right here. She already had these ones taken out when you're like first married. And this time she got these ones. So it was pretty chill. It was a pretty chill Father's Day. I just mostly hung out with the kids, and she kind of just recuperated. But yeah, wasn't too bad. Went and hung out with at my sister's. Celebrated my dad. And
nice.
Him being a father and stuff. So yeah, pretty chill. What about you, Garrett?
That's awesome. Yeah. We just Saturday I went and got my hair cut the first time in like, I don't know, 5 months or something. It feels pretty good.
Looks good. Very dapper.
I'm good. I feel human again. I don't feel like the werewolf. I had like this mullet / neck thing growing. The hair grows very, very thick around my neck. I don't know why. I've talked about it on previous episodes. I always get the neck beard first before this grows. Beard. And then on the back, I look like straight up werewolf. Like it's coming, like my back isn't hairy, but the back of my neck, and it starts going down my back. If I don't stop it, it'll cover my whole back. It's crazy.
I was completely unhappy when I walked in and saw you had a haircut today, because I was loving it. Garrett actually had it was kind of like a mini mullet. It looked like a rat tail. I don't know if you remember that from the early 90s, rat tail. It looked fantastic. I think you could have pulled that crap off, man.
I would find so much crap in there too, because it's all natty and gross, and started like dread a little bit. So I was glad to finally get a haircut.
Boo-hoo! Boo-hoo! I got hair! Oh, it's so bad! Maybe my hair keeps getting longer. Oh, Bill, cry! Knock it off! You know, we have a lot of bald people that listen to this dang show, guys. And you guys and your systemic hairism to anybody who does not possess a follicles on top of their dome it's disgusting.
Right.
You
I
guys ought to be
apologize.
taken
I
to
apologize
task.
for my hair. I apologize for my hair. I'm sorry.
JJ, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I made you feel bad.
I'm gonna shave off all my hair just so I can make you feel better about your lack of
You know
hair.
what? That's how you support other people. Zetch, that's exactly how you do it. See,
True.
Garrett, why don't you take some notes from how Zetch is a best friend? That's right. He just moved you out. Zetch, you're my new best friend.
True equality is everybody suffers.
Exactly.
Well, JJ, if Zetch is now your best friend, then I'm going to need my copy of Red Dead back. If you don't mind, it'd be cool if I really want to play Last of Us 2. That would be cool if I can, play that. That'd be cool. I don't know. I'm sure you borrowed some other games. If I can have those back too, whatever they are. I don't remember what they are.
Didn't I already give those games back to you? I'm pretty sure that I already gave those back.
Who knows? We're not friends anymore, so we're not talking either. But
I never said that we weren't friends. We're the best of friends. I never even liked Zetch. Zetch's voice annoys me. No, you know what? Forget it. Zetch, I take back my best friendship. I'm giving it back to Garrett because I have like 4 of his games, dude. I might even have 5.
I've got plenty of games and plenty of other best friends, so I'm cool.
Ooh, shoot.
Dude, I could have been a really good one too, Zetch.
I'll keep you in as an alternate.
I love it.
Sub them out when you have to. So sub them out. The other one's getting tired. Okay. Well, let's get into some housekeeping here. Please go check out our Patreon, patreon.com/supergamerboys. We have some multiple tiers over there. You can support us at different levels. The cheapest one starts out at just $1 a month. You can get episodes early and ad-free. I forgot to tell you. Well, I told Zetch, but you were figuring out your audio issues. We got a new $1 a month Patreon supporter. I can't shout it on the show because it's against the rules, the rules of the Patreon tier. I don't shout them on the show, but I'm still super stoked because that's awesome. Like, thank you so much for supporting us at any level. Like just $1 a month. That's so helpful.
It means a lot.
It means so much. So thank you. You know who you are. And then shout out to our Patreon producer, Adrian Holmes, and our Patreon sponsors. We have Bill Bird, Julie Bates, Dustin Long, and Brent Fox. And we'll talk more about our Patreon later in the show. Let's see, what else do we have for housekeeping? We have our Super Gamer Boys giveaway. So I did a post last week. If you're not on social media, if you're not on Instagram specifically, go find us at Super Gamer Boys. Follow us there. And I put out a post explaining, it's exactly explaining how to enter our giveaway. So what we need you to do is go and follow at Super Gamer Boys. We need you to post a selfie with your favorite game and use the hashtag Super Gamer Boys with an S in there because that's our podcast name. Super Gamer Boys giveaway. All one word. Hashtag Super Gamer Boys giveaway. And then listen to the show because on July 15th, we will be choosing a winner. And so, as we figured out last episode, July 15th is a Wednesday. So the winner will be announced the next Wednesday on that episode. Yeah. So it took me a little bit to figure that out. But after I looked at a calendar, I got it this week.
Good. We haven't had very many entries. So you guys' chance of winning $50 is pretty sticking good at this point.
I'm the only entry so far. I'm the only. You guys haven't even posted a picture yet. So
I thought we were checking that you weren't allowed to.
We can't enter. We are the Super Gamer Boys. We can't give away something to ourselves.
And this right here, Zetch, is why I don't want to be your best friend because you always pull stuff like this. You with your honesty.
And you're probably curious what you're going to win because I haven't mentioned that yet. That's sort of just mentioned it, but we are giving away a $50 gift card to the platform store of your choice. So we're giving away either PlayStation Network, the Microsoft Store, or Nintendo eShop. So
even Steam. I'd even say Steam.
Okay, it wasn't.
Absolutely.
If you really want
the official rules, it wasn't.
Steam,
but okay, if you really want, it's just really hard to take a selfie of your favorite Steam game. What are they going to do?
Just write it on a piece of paper. All the games nowadays are in a digital anyway on PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo. Just write it on paper.
Write a piece of paper. Hold up your phone with a picture of it. Yeah. Okay. Take a selfie that shows in some form or another your favorite game, whether it's a picture, word or whatever.
Toy.
A toy. Yeah, there you go.
Action figure, Barbie, whatever.
Barbie. There's a lot of good Barbie games on PS2. There's a lot of good ones out there.
Is there, Garrett?
How do you know that, Garrett?
Some would say there are. So yeah, post those entries because at this point,
JJ, you never talked with your best friend.
No, at this point, no one else has entered, and I think it's now time for the nerdy nudes.
It's now time for the nerdy nudes.
Alrighty, guys. So first up on the news docket here, we have a huge news story. Probably the most anticipated game of the year.
No. One up.
Okay, I was just quoting Zetch, but
I said it's one of.
Okay, one of the most anticipated games of the year. The first Star Wars Squadrons gameplay footage shows off the Starfighter action. That's right. There's a new Star Wars Squadrons game coming, and Zetch and I can't be more excited right now.
Dude, as a VR enthusiast, this game, I watched the trailer for it, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, more yes.
Yes.
It's going to have a single-player campaign. Okay, it reminds me of what I wish. So growing up, you guys ever play Star Wars Rogue Squadron?
Yes. I on GameCube,
Okay.
yeah.
I played it on the N64, loved it. Played both of them on GameCube, loved both of them. I mean, third one was kind of meh, but the flying was still great.
Yeah.
So seeing this, I would always put Rogue Squadron in like first person view so I can feel like I'm flying a ship. This feels like what I wish I was actually feeling back when I was a kid.
Rogue Squadron wasn't really designed to play in first person. It had the option, but I feel like it was more for third person, where this 100% was designed for first person.
100% for VR.
So it's set to be released October 2nd, which by the way is the same day something else is coming out that we'll talk about in the next news story, or a couple of news stories. It's coming out on Xbox One, PS4, PC, and will have VR support for the entire game on PS4 and PC. So on your Oculus, on your PSVR, on whatever you have, you're gonna be able to play in VR, and it's only gonna be $39.99.
And it's cross-platform.
Cross-platform play, so multiplayer is cross-platform. It's gonna have I'm excited for this, even the single player campaign. So that's the coolest thing to me, I feel like, because you're playing as both factions. You get to play as the Rebellion and the Empire through the story.
See, I don't really care about playing as the bad guys. Bad guys lose. Why would I play as the losers?
I just want to fly a TIE fighter. That's always seems so cool to me.
Be a good guy. Hijack a TIE fighter. Bam. That happens.
Okay. Well, yeah, but that's not how they're doing it. So if you want to make a game like that, I'd play it and be excited too. I just want to fly a TIE fighter. I don't care how it happens. Just put me in a freaking TIE fighter because I love the sound they make. They're so cool.
So the part that I was the most excited for wasn't the campaign. It wasn't even the cool dogfights. It was the massive fleet battles that you're gonna have playing these things, and the fact that you and your team have to squad up and be like, okay, so I'm gonna play as the bomber. What's our strategy gonna be? We're going after the bridge. If we're going after the bridge, we're gonna need some bombers. We're gonna need some people to protect the bombers. We need some interceptors, and being able to plan out your entire course of attack, and then executing it and actually flying. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, so
it's strategy, it's action.
Yeah,
maybe this is my most anticipated game of the year.
they announced that there's 8 pilotable ships, so there's going to be 4 on the Rebel side, 4 on the Empire side, the X-wing, the A-wing, the Y-wing, the U-wing, and so each of those is a different class too. So there's there's a fast class, a more tanky class, the more technical class. I forget what all 4 of them were. And then for the Empire, they have the TIE fighter, the TIE interceptor, the TIE bomber, and the TIE reaper, which is pretty sick.
Sounds made up for this. I don't really.
It totally sounds made up for this game, but either way, it sounds freaking cool. So I am really excited for this. When they showed, because they had the EA Play event, was it Thursday, where they had some other cool EA announcements. Something else I didn't even put in the news stories. They're adding crossplay to Apex Legends. And they're also bringing it to Switch and to PC, to Steam. I mean, not because it's already on PC, but it's coming to Steam and to Switch. I'm I can finally play with Apex Legends with all my buddies who I could never play with on Xbox before. I'm kind of stoked about that.
We're gonna have a Gamer Boys channel now because I would totally get back into that if we could all play together. I would
totally, 100%. So all that's coming this fall. But I mean, out of everything they showed in EA Play, like this was the biggest thing. I was so stoked to see the game, like actual gameplay. They showed a bunch of gameplay. Like, go online and find that trailer. It looks so amazing.
Yeah, this
the sound design is great, and the visuals, like it's so stunning. Like some of the space arenas that they've built, essentially, like, you know, it's incredible. I'm excited.
I'll make sure to go check it out tonight. I haven't actually seen the I know that Zetra's talking about it in the Discord, and I have not seen it, so I don't know what it looks like. I'm not one of those guys who plays a lot of Star Wars games. I did get a chance to play the most recent Star Wars game, Fallen Order. And Zetra, I know I asked you in the Discord if you'd get an opportunity to play it. We own a copy, and I implore you to give that game a try because it's a lot of fun. I couldn't. It's hard, though. It's very hard. I got stuck and rage quit.
It's hard, and you hit a game-breaking bug. So after you told me what happened to you in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, I did some Googling, and you're not the only person who ran into that. There's one mission on Kashyyyk where basically an elevator won't go up. Like, and it has something to do with earlier in the game you did something and triggered something in the game's memory, and the only way to fix it is to restart the whole game, like delete your save and start over. And I was just like,
horrible.
It's
horrible.
And so
catch the crap out of that right now.
I mean, we talked about it on the show when the game first came out. Like, that game was a buggy mess for like the first like couple months, and so I know by now that they've had so many patches. Like, I'm sure that's gone by now, I would hope, but yeah, I felt so bad for JJ. I'm like, dude, like, you have to start the whole game over again. Like, I don't even know.
That wasn't going to happen. It wasn't that good. It's fun, but it wasn't going to start it back over. I was like on the third world now, so I wasn't gonna go back to it. But it's worth a go round if you haven't played it before.
As long as you don't hit any game breaking bugs.
I'll probably buy it like this holiday. I'm sure it's going to go on sale and probably be like super cheap. So I'll probably pick it up then. Hopefully, if I do pick it up, it'll be backwards compatible on my Xbox. So I'll probably have the Series X at some point. I'm like almost there to my savings goal. I'm betting it's gonna be like $500. So I'm like I'm almost there.
Nice. Almost there. But yeah, so that's about all we know about Squadrons at this point. I'm actually super excited about the price point. Not only is it $39.99, but they've also announced that there will not be microtransactions. No microtransactions. They've reiterated that, which other games have said that. And usually there's a caveat where no microtransactions at launch, and then, you know, 2 or 3 months in they add them. But I haven't seen them specifically state that with this game. They've just said no microtransactions. So if that's the case, like, that's great, because if I can jump in and like just by playing unlocks cool skins for my TIE fighter or whatever, like, I don't know, or for your character,
just like the good old days.
That's what I want to do. Just let me play it.
Yeah.
I don't have all the money in the world.
Yeah, I'm
Gentlemen,
this game.
I know we talked about it for just a hair earlier. I just want to apologize why I'm in my white trash gear with the wife beater on and stuff like that. I unfortunately have no air conditioning at the moment, and so I don't have pants on right now either. I just wanted to share that with you guys. It's hot in the house.
Man,
trying to keep it real, but my underwear are clean, so I don't know if that's
fine.
Something
that's better.
Guys...
That's better.
Wow.
Okay, well, they're only 2 days old. Okay, I wore them twice, but I mean,
okay, well,
that's kind of. Are they microfiber? Where they clean themselves?
They are microfiber. They're wicking.
Then you're good to go. You're good to go for like 2-3 more days.
Is that how it works? I don't think microfiber cleans itself.
Yeah, they don't. They're antibacterial.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works, Garrett. You need to Google that crap.
What do you think antibacterial means, Garrett?
I've never heard of an antibacterial microfiber.
You ever hear of anti-terrorism? You think it's accepting terrorists? No, it's fighting terrorism.
It's fighting terrorism.
It's fighting bacteria.
I think you misheard what I said, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay.
I'm not pro-bacteria, that's for sure.
Okay.
Are you pro-bacteria, Garrett? Is that who you are?
Give me all the bacteria.
Why don't you just come out now? Let everybody know who you are.
Yeah.
I'm pro-bacteria. Give it to me. Then I'll build my immunity.
I knew it.
Immunity.
I knew it.
Good to go.
You think you know somebody, Zetch?
You
think you know somebody?
You know, he's your best friend. Don't talk to me.
Damn, good point. I do love you though, buddy. Thanks for the games.
Yep. Alrighty.
Cool.
What do you say we get into the next news story here? Yeah. This one is from Eurogamer. Everything announced in today's Pokemon Presents live stream. So this came last week. What was it, Tuesday or Wednesday?
I didn't even know this happened.
I think it was Wednesday. It was like super last minute. They announced it was happening, and it was super early in the morning on Wednesday. Tom Phillips over at Eurogamer writes, today's busy Pokemon Presents livestream had a flurry of announcements, most notably the return of Pokemon Snap after a 20-year hiatus. So that's what it's called. It's called New Pokemon Snap. Is in the works for Nintendo Switch and will offer familiar gameplay with lots of recent Pokemon species. They also came out with a new app called Pokemon Smile. It's a smartphone app for your iPhone. This is what I'm most excited about. Pokemon Smile. You download it on your phone. While you're brushing your teeth, you turn your phone on, turn on the selfie cam, and it's a little mini game that it's like an AR augmented reality toothbrushing mini game where you fight bacteria to protect your Pokemon. Like bacteria is trying to attack your Pokemon.
So it's antibacteria too.
Yep.
Just like JJ's underwear.
Exactly. When I first heard that, like I saw people talking about it on Twitter, I'm like, this has to be a joke, right? Like that can't be a real thing. They actually put out an app to make like that you play while you brush your teeth, but it's real. It's a real thing. Yeah. And to be honest, it's kind of fun watching. I mean, I did it myself. It's pretty fun. Some other people have been posting videos online of them doing it. It's actually really funny to watch. So I don't know. Go check it out. If you have a kid who doesn't like to brush their teeth and loves Pokemon, this app might be for you.
No, it's not. Teach your kid how to brush their teeth right. Yep.
You just sing happy birthday 3 times.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Hey, look.
There's
going to come a day when you're not going to have a phone to make brushing your teeth fun.
That's never going to happen.
Get over the fact that it's boring.
Yep. There's going to come a day when you don't have teeth to be able to brush. So you probably should just brush them while you have them. Because if you don't brush them, you're not going to have them.
How's this for incentive? Brush your teeth or don't have any teeth. Not because,
that's why I don't
you got to save your Pokemon.
I mean, it's a fun game, though. So
no, it's not, Garrett.
No.
Stop.
Garrett, nobody's having fun playing a game where they brush their teeth, buddy.
I had fun. I don't enjoy brushing my teeth either, but I do it because I want to keep my teeth. But you know what?
Like a grown-up?
Pokemon made me feel like a kid again. You know what? It made me feel like a kid. It was great.
That's what you used to do when you were a kid? You used to brush your teeth through a phone?
I used to brush my teeth into my phone. The phone that I didn't have.
I wish this mirror was a phone, Mom. I want to swipe the mirrr.
She's like, what are you talking about? It's 1998. We don't have that's not even a thing.
Why can't my mirror have apps?
What the heck are you talking about? Go to bed. That's about how it went.
Oh my gosh.
Another cool, I don't know. It kind of looks cool, but also looks like it could be another just like microtransaction trap, unfortunately, is Pokemon Cafe Mix. It's a new free-to-play puzzle game coming soon to Switch and smartphones where you match Pokemon icons to run your cafe business. Essentially, think like Candy Crush, but with like Pokemon. Which, I don't know, I just love Pokemon, so anything Pokemon aesthetic, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm down to give it a shot. So when I heard about this game, I'm like, that looks pretty sweet. But obviously the next thing you ask is like, okay, how long does it take before it's just riddled with microtransactions? There's some Pokemon Go stuff, getting Mega Evolutions. But yeah, honestly, the biggest thing was the Pokemon Snap. Now, did you guys ever play Pokemon Snap on Nintendo 64?
No, I was too poor.
Okay, Garrett, I want you to ask me, like a grown man, if I've ever played that.
Hey, JJ.
No, I never played that because I'm a grown man. No.
I mean, it came out like 20 years ago. You're a grown man.
I was already a grown man.
I forget you're like 100 years old.
I was already working full time and out of high school, buddy.
20 years ago, I was like 7 years old, so I was right in that demographic. So I did not own an N64, but I remember playing it at a friend's house. And
I worked at the lumberyard. I've worked there now for 21 years, and I still work there. And no, I was already working there and was trying to pay my own bills.
You're so
yeah,
old.
That's what people keep saying.
Why are you on this podcast? This is called Super Gamer Boys, not Super Gamer Old Men.
That's why I'm the Super Gamer Man.
Oh,
It's true.
We have already established that.
I guess that makes more sense.
If you need any more evidence,
I scratched that onto my license. So I mean, that makes it official, I think.
Man, I
am excited for all of the nostalgia Pokemon Snap is going to be back for so many gamers everywhere. I will probably not play it. It's not really my jam.
Yeah,
but good on it for coming out.
I don't know. Like, yeah, honestly, for me personally, it was fun back in the day. I don't know how much fun I'll have with it now, but where I think I'm going to have a blast is doing it like with my son. Because like already, so like the other day, that was another crazy thing that happened like on Saturday or Sunday. I just like, Shep was like, play game. I'm like, okay. So I sat him on the couch and handed him my Switch Pro controller, and he just played Mario Kart for like 30 minutes or whatever. But I was like, and he was like totally doing it. Like obviously I had the handicaps on and stuff, like so it like automatically accelerates and it automatically steers. But like he understands the A button and he's kind of figuring out the tilt to steer thing. And I'm like, oh, my son's like gonna be 3 in November. Like he's just like 2.5 now, and he's already figured these games out. So I'm like, oh man, like in a couple of years here, like that'd be so much fun to sit down with him and play some Pokemon Snap. Like I imagine by that point because it's
probably just play regular Pokemon with him by that time.
Yeah, that too. But I mean, less like Pokemon Snap is just like, oh, like take a picture, like it's so easy. Like,
yeah,
it's something he can do now. Yeah, so it's like I think that'll be a lot of fun to sit down and like have that same enjoyment with him that I had like when I was a kid on his play. I didn't play with my dad because my dad didn't like Pokemon. He was a man. But I was like,
Garrett,
like, can I figure that one?
Right, Garrett. Let me give you a quick little piece of advice. As somebody who has a son who's a little bit slightly older, who's into video games, what I would do now is while you still have the opportunity to be able to beat Shep at games, crush his spirit. Don't allow him to keep beating you, because there's going to come a point, Garrett, where you will have no recourse. When he starts to get to the point where he's good enough to beat you at everything, that's when you go, I just retire from video games. You know what, son? As soon as you see him getting a little bit better than you, that's when you just call it quits. You say, like, I'm done. I was the greatest gamer of all time. So
here's the deal. JJ's 100% right. When I was growing up, okay, my dad was a gamer-ish. Gamer light. My dad is the kind of guy would just get like locked in on a single game, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, Wave Race was the game. My dad was so good at Wave Race. So good. He was unbeatable. His time trial track for like the first level, the one that's just like an oval, his lap time was 9 seconds.
What the heck?
9.
Jeez.
I think I was able to get mine down to like 12 or 13. But I would practice, so I would do my school, and I was homeschooled, so I'd be done at like noon. And so then from like noon,
that explains a lot,
to like by the time my dad got home, okay, right, I was wicked smart.
I didn't say you weren't.
I wasn't stupid. I'm getting my school done by noon. Give me a break.
Right. It goes without saying. Yeah.
Anyway, I'd practice till my dad got home. And I'm like, all right, Dad, let's play. Play him. I'd lose. Every time I'd lose.
Jeez.
And now, as a man, I look back on that time like, yeah, my dad was pretty good. Can't beat me anything now at actual games, but
right.
Actual games.
Yeah. Actual games that count. Yeah, my dad used to do that with us. My dad did that with us on the Nintendo, and he would be doing that all the time with the game Kung Fu. Kung Fu was absolutely phenomenal. Loved that game growing up. I have great fond memories of my dad being a crazy button masher. Just mashing. He didn't know what he was doing, but he was just mashing buttons and kicking and punching. And he was so good at it, though. And he would always call it the Nintendo. Yeah, let's go ahead and play that Nintendo you boys got. You know, I'm like, Dad, it's the Nintendo. Honest to God, he always called it Nintendo. Yeah, the Nintendo.
Second one.
That's awesome.
Oh man, classic.
Good times.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah. By the way, happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. We talked about our Father's Day, but didn't shout out everyone else. So, cool. Well, that's it for the Pokemon live stream. And I think they announced that June 24th, they're doing another live stream. So just in a couple days, when this episode comes out, there will be another one this morning. And who knows what they're talking about? Maybe they'll have more announcements for another new mainline game. Maybe not mainline, but like another spinoff or something. Who knows? We will see. Next, we have... Now, here is the Game of the Year contender right here. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah, no.
Over at GameSpot, Gabe Gerwin writes this. Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time, coming to PS4 and Xbox One this year. So, that's right. Crash Bandicoot has been missing in action for years at this point, with a remastered version of his past adventures and racing spin-offs keeping fans occupied. However, the time to wait is almost up, as the famous mascot is back this year with a completely new adventure that Activision is calling a true sequel. Crash Bandicoot 4, and this is like the subtitle.
So it's not like
about
a fake
time.
sequel.
Not a fake sequel, right?
It's like a real sequel.
An actual one. Is a follow-up to the original PlayStation trilogy, and it's been designed by a group of longtime fans. Has a release date of October 2nd, same day Squadrons comes out. And it will release on PS4 and Xbox One. Unlike the Insane trilogy, it hasn't been announced for PC or Switch yet, though. So it's just planning on coming out for PS4, Xbox One. It's being made by Toys for Bob, which is the same company that did, same developers who made the Spyro Reignited trilogy, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But no, I'm super stoked for this. Again, this is one of those, like, Pokemon Snap is nostalgic. Crash is just super nostalgic for me. I love the first three on the PS1, and I love the title of this too. We talked about it a little bit before the show, but it's called Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. And it's such a perfect just like play on words, because the game is about time travel, but also like it's been 20 years since the last game came out. So like, yeah, it's about time.
It's basically a dad joke.
It's basically
Crash Bandicoot 4, the dad joke.
The dad joke. The dad joke one. Yes, you have to have the one in there. The one about dad jokes. Now it's a Friends episode.
Now it's a Friends episode.
But the gameplay trailer looked like a lot of fun, just like playing with the time travel stuff where like platforms that are falling really fast. You hit a button if you have the right mask, and then like time freezes, and then you can jump across them, or maybe a door's opening and closing really fast. You can click a button and time slows down. And
why wasn't this announced during the PS4 event or PS5 event?
Because it's not coming out specifically on PlayStation.
Oh, Resident Evil 8 isn't coming out specifically on PlayStation?
Well, let me finish.
And all the other third-party games?
You're right. Let me finish, though. So I think between that and it's not for next gen. It's PS4 and Xbox One. It does not mention PS5, where the state of play that they did was strictly all PS5 titles.
You mean to tell me that they're going to make a Crash Bandicoot 4? Comes out this year.
Like
and it doesn't come out on PS5. Around like a month before the PS5 comes out.
It's a little fishy. It makes me wonder if there's plans for it, but it just isn't set in stone yet, so they haven't talked about it. It seems bizarre that they wouldn't, but at this point, they've only announced Xbox One and PS4. Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing that because it's gonna hurt their sales. You know what I mean? There's gonna be like nobody's gonna pre-order. Be like, oh, it's coming out on PS5 anyway. I'll just wait.
Yeah. No, I don't doubt it. It definitely seemed fishy to me when I first saw it too. I'm like, wait a second, like, yeah, because this would have been huge. Like, imagine if during the PS5 announcement they also had this in there. Like, this was such a staple to the PS1 for years and years and years, and even just PlayStation in general, even after that.
Yep, it was the Mario of PlayStation.
Exactly. So to come out with that would have been awesome, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see it. Yeah, I would hope they do some sort of PS5 version. If they don't, like, that'd be totally bonkers.
You bet your bottom dollar they are. That'd be so dumb. It'd be so dumb.
You never know.
Yeah.
Activision
Sony's gonna drop.
Activision. It's Activision. That's the thing, though. It's not a Sony first party. Like, it's Activision. They can do what they want. I mean, Activision likes money too.
Dumb.
Activision likes money too.
If all the developers out there or producers or publishers, Activision loves money probably the most, arguably. Them and EA.
Yeah, they're kind of up there, huh? Yeah. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But either way, go watch the gameplay video, because it just has. Honestly, it feels so much like, or it has that look of the classic Crash Bandicoot, while like at the same time you can see where like, oh no, like that's something that was a pain in the butt that they've actually improved. Like they took all the things that were great about Crash, kept it, and all the things that were janky, it looks like they've upgraded. So I don't know. I'm pretty stoked for that. It'll be a cool one.
Cool.
So while you're playing your Rogue Squadron, I'll probably be playing Rogue Squadron 2. Because
no, there's only you only play the first one. The second one is not yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry. As well, I'll be playing that as well. Then I'll be playing 1 as well.
The name of this episode is called Super Gamer Boys, the dad joke episode.
Dad's the dad one. The what about dad?
If it's any consolation, while you guys are playing those Star Wars games, I'll still be playing Last of Us 2.
I hope not, because I really want to play it. I want to play it like before 3 years from now.
2021. Yeah.
So if you could beat it sooner, that would be great.
We'll see.
Yeah. So this next one, this came out just this morning. Breaking news today as a recording. Bizarre turn of events. Wired article here. Microsoft gives up on Mixer. A little bit of a kind of maybe exaggerated title, but it comes pretty close, especially once we get into some numbers. Zetch was reading over the article before the show, and he's like, what the heck? Like, this is the craziest thing. So this is by Cecilia D'Anastasio over at Wired. So Microsoft's live streaming service Mixer will shut down on July 22nd and is teaming up. Quote, I love how, I don't know why there's quotes there, teaming up with Facebook Gaming to give partner. Yeah.
Nobody teams up with Facebook. Facebook is like a symbiote. Okay, it's like Venom. It just takes you over. It's like just absorbs you into them.
It's like COVID-19. Facebook is coronavirus. Teaming up with Facebook Gaming to give partnered Mixer streamers a new home. Both companies announced on Monday. It became clear that the time needed to grow our own live streaming community to scale was out of measure with the vision and experiences that Microsoft and Xbox want to deliver for gamers now. Mixer said in a post today. So we've decided to close the operations side of Mixer and help the community transition to a new platform. The news was first reported by The Verge. Partnered Mixer streamers tell Wired they found out about the news when Microsoft announced it. That's kind of the most bizarre thing about this whole story is even partnered Mixer streamers. So like Ninja, like Shroud, like some of these like big boys didn't even know this was happening until they like read a news article about it. Like, hey, by the way, the way you make your millions of dollars playing video games online is shutting down, and we're going to make you move to Facebook. Is that cool? Like, what? Like, that's bizarre. Like, just no warning at all.
I mean, it's almost to add insult to injury. I don't know if you read the stats, but like, Shroud, like it says here in the article too, that when he was streaming with Twitch, his concurrent viewership was in the tens of thousands. Then he went to Mixer, and it was only at like 5,000. So, jeez. Yeah. So, I mean, like, if you were
already hurting.
Yeah, exactly. So now you go to Facebook Gaming where even fewer people watch. You're kind of hoping to have, like, I mean, you're going to lose. I mean, it depends on their contract, too. I mean, maybe it voids the contracts. They could have given them a couple outs while they're making that move. But,
well, they made a bunch of money off the contracts initially. Like, I think for them to even leave Twitch, Microsoft paid them, like, couple $1 million or something. Like, it was huge. So it's like, hey, just to come over here, we'll pay you a bunch of money. And what's bizarre is like even bringing Ninja and Shroud over to Mixer, even that was enough to save them. We were going over some numbers before the show, but right here it says in April, viewers watched 37 million hours of gaming content on Mixer. And I'm going to do this from least to highest here because this is pretty bizarre, like the scale. Like Zetch pointed this out. It's pretty amazing. YouTube in April had about 461 million hours. So that's a pretty big leap. 37 million to 461 between Mixer and YouTube. Twitch, the top dog here, had 1.5 billion hours of gaming content watched in April.
Huge.
That is insane. So Mixer, like between YouTube and Mixer, it's like, okay, that's a lot, but I don't know. They're still in the millions, so it seems like they're in the same conversation. But when you pull out Twitch and it's in the billions of hours, you're like, okay, whoa, no, yeah. Mixer was dead in the water. Like it didn't even make sense why they were a thing. Like there's no need for them to exist if at that point is just a waste of money. So yeah, totally bizarre, totally sad. I feel so bad for like all the the people who are over there at Mixer. Like I've seen so many people on Twitter today. Like, okay, cool. Well, apparently I have like a month to figure out how to rebuild my community on another platform. Like that's a big deal. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Have either of you guys ever checked anything out on Mixer at all, or on Facebook Gaming?
I don't really watch any streams ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on Mixer, no, just because it's mainly I mean, you can watch it online, but it works best and is mainly used on Xbox consoles.
Yeah.
Like I know, so it's like I don't have an Xbox to watch it, and like the piece, like on a PC, it just always seems so out of the way to like go to Mixer. Like everyone I liked is on Twitch, so I just watch Twitch. There is one streamer I watch on Facebook Gaming called Stone Mountain 64. He's huge. Like I'm pretty sure most people have heard of him, or at least seen his videos. Even if you didn't realize it was him, you've probably seen one of his PUBG or Battlefield videos from like 5-6 years ago, where he used to do the whole like he would come in and like talk like he was like the drill sergeant, like he's actually like a soldier in war, like talking over the comms and stuff. He'd always have like the modulator on his voice, sound like he's on like an old radio or something. Hilarious. Like he was great. He's on Facebook Gaming, and so I actually watch him once in a while. But other than that, I don't know any Mixer streamers other than Ninja and Shroud. And then I don't know any Facebook streamers other than Stone Mountain 64. And like, so it's three streamers I know of on those platforms. It's sad. So I don't know. It'll be crazy. I wonder if Ninja and Shroud will actually, like, and some of those other partnered streamers, I wonder if they'll actually just go with the flow and transition to Facebook, or if they're going to be like, screw you and go back to Twitch.
It's also going to depend on their contract. If the contract will even let
them. I guess that's right.
So.
Yeah. I don't know. I know I'd be pissed. I'd be like, forget that. I'd go back to Twitch if as long as the contract allows. But man,
you go crawling back to Twitch. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. No, that's the crappy thing. Yeah. But
you're gonna have to. Yeah. Anyway, crazy news. I feel bad because I had a lot of hope for Mixer. I actually like Mixer a lot.
I heard there was some really cool like widgets and implementations too that like some other like Twitch has never really been able to totally nail. Like Mixer had some cool stuff on that end, and then the latency I always heard, like the quality and latency was way better than anything Twitch could do, at least previously.
Yeah.
Man, you stole it right out of my mouth. I was going to tell you that the quality and latency was the thing.
Hey, way to go,
yeah.
Classic Garrett, stealing things out of your mouth.
Just keep talking a whole bunch.
Great,
you leave me nothing left to say.
Great minds.
I was also going to say, like, yeah, I like Mixer too, but you know what? If you guys just want to talk the whole time and never let me get a word in edgewise, why don't we just call it the 2 Super Gamer Boys and the 1 Super Gamer Man who sits there while we take all of his stuff that he's going to say and steal it? That's
Super Gamer silence.
Yeah.
And you can chime in whenever you want, dude.
Yeah. No, I was about to.
Okay, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Well, I was saying that I really like Mixer, and the latency is super latent when
is it
given to the Facebook Gaming. It's latent. Sometimes it does that. It has a tendency when there's like a lot of things going on, and like
so smart.
I know, but it's like a, if there's like a science involved, and I'd rather not. Rather not like. I don't want you guys to feel dumb when I see a lot of times. I gotta like talk it down.
You feel really dumb. That's for sure. The more you talk.
So, yeah.
I love. Is that the way your face and the way you're responding reminded me of that one TikTok you have, like where you're talking to your kid, like when you're kids you're trying to eat the bowl of cereal in the morning. I was just like, oh man, it's perfect. Like just like your kid trying to tell you something and they can't get the words out.
Were you giving me that? Were you giving me the dumb kid routines? No.
Oh, you sound like a kid. You're gonna get the dumb kid routine.
I'm sorry, JJ. I'm sorry we do this to you and just talk about smart things.
I'm. You know what, guys? I like to pretend like I'm dumb. I think
he's
it's
gonna
funny.
JJ's gonna have his. He's gonna have his spotlight in a second once you get in The Last of Us. So
here we go.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I know it's just gonna be JJ for the rest of the show. Once we get after we get after new releases, We're just gonna let him talk for about 30 minutes.
And you know, like all of the listeners right now are going, yes.
People are probably fast forwarding to the
yeah.
Right
skip.
Yep.
We don't want to hear about Cyberpunk 2077's new delay. Too bad I can't say things good. Over at Forbes, I don't know why I picked an article from Forbes because that's weird. But I did.
Don't hate on Forbes. I love Forbes.
No, it's good. It's just not usually my first pick for video game stuff. It was just at the top. So here we go. Right. Cyberpunk 2077's new delay sure looks like an Xbox Series X release date hint. Obviously, that's a little bit of a speculation there, but it is an interesting.
Hence the word hint in the title.
Hint. But I mean, honestly, so the new release date, it was September 17th. Now it's November 19th. It's almost like, oh no, that makes sense. Like Cyberpunk has been working so closely with Microsoft the whole time through all their marketing stuff.
Oh yeah.
Why wouldn't they release a game like 2 days before the new, or around that same day that the new console comes out?
Yep.
Seems like perfect timing to me.
They probably saw the lineup that Spider-Man was doing. Or Spider-Man, the PS5 was doing, like, we got to get some bigger titles on this. We need more bigger titles on the Xbox.
Totally.
What can we do?
So the Paul Tassi over there writes, yesterday, Cyberpunk 2077 fans were treated to yet another delay of the game, this time moving the release date from September to November 19th, when previously it had already been delayed from April 19th to become a fall release. CD Projekt Red gave a statement that sounds like what we get when we usually hear about game delays, full of stuff about polish and quotes and bug fixing and whatnot. This guy is extremely dismissive. Like I get probably where he's coming from, but it's just like, oh, okay. He really doesn't, obviously he feels like it's kind of a bunch of BS, but
he's a game commentator.
Yeah. So they do mention that in the so here's the thing from Cyberpunk, actually, from their Twitter. Those of you who are familiar with the way we make games, that we won't ship something which is not ready. Ready when it's done is not just a phrase we say because it sounds right. It's something we live by, even when we know we'll take the heat for it. At the same time, we are fully aware that making such a decision costs us your trust, and trading trust for additional time is one of the hardest decisions a game developer can make. He goes on like that for a little bit, talking about your trust. Please trust us. Please trust us. Please trust us. It says Cyberpunk 2077 is finished both content and gameplay wise. The quest, the cutscenes, the skills and items, all the adventures in Night City has to offer. It's all there. But with such an abundance of content and complex systems interweaving with each other, we need to properly go through everything, balance game mechanics, and fix a lot of bugs. A huge world means a huge number of things to iron out, and we will spend the additional time doing exactly that. This is actually what I thought was interesting. I didn't realize this was even happening. This week, journalists from all over the world are starting to independently play the game. We are eager and quite stressed to hear their opinions, as well as see your reactions when they publish their previews right after we air Night City Wire on the 25th of June. So on the 25th, a bunch of news sites are going to be posting previews of the game they're getting to play this week. So that I'm actually really stoked about. Like to actually hear people, because up until now, no one has gotten any hands-on gameplay with this. It's all been preview events that we've watched someone else play the game. So this week, right now, as we speak, people are playing this game, and on the 25th, on Thursday night, after their Night City Wire, which is like a big streaming event they're doing, announcing some stuff for the game, we're going to get some previews. So I'm actually excited about that. That aspect is cool. The delay is cool. I mean, it's fine if it means they need to polish some things. Obviously, a worry that pops in my head is crunch, though. Like, obviously,
they've got all the time in the world right now.
Yeah,
the game is,
I think,
done.
Yeah. This thing was totally to be expected with coronavirus and everything. I mean, I'm not shocked by them pushing it back another couple of months just to make sure that it's fixed up. Look how many times Last of Us 2 got pushed off over and over and over again to just try to tighten stuff up. The coronavirus, we kind of already knew with everything being shut down that a lot of these games were going to get pushed back further. I think a couple months is totally cool. And if it comes out anywhere near the X series coming out, that's a win-win, especially if they, I don't know, I thought they weren't going to have it available on the X series. Somebody's got to review it. Series X.
So I actually scrolled down a little farther. There is an update on the article. On a CD Projekt Red investor call, they detailed this a little bit more. Apparently, Cyberpunk 2077 will be playable on next-gen consoles at launch with a patch that will make it perform better. But there will be a more quote-unquote next-gen version planned for later. So essentially,
There's
at
gonna be a free
launch,
upgrade.
right? Well, at least for Xbox. We don't
That's
know
right.
if PlayStation. We don't know if. Oh wait, no. It does. No. It does say actually. Now that I'm reading, which will be a free
on both
upgrade for anyone
Xbox
who
and
has the
PlayStation.
old version on both Xbox and PlayStation. So it does say that.
Bam.
So that is interesting. So basically, it just seems. So at launch, there's going to be a PS4 version that will have essentially like what a PS4 Pro patch or an Xbox One X patch is. You'll be up for next gen. And then later on, there'll be a more fleshed out version. So that's actually kind of a new development because that was not previously announced.
Well,
that'll be sweet. I don't know. Either way, all signs are starting to point towards that week there. Like, so what? The new game just got pushed to November 19th, which is a Thursday. Could that Thursday or Friday be the Series X release?
Ooh. Maybe. That's right around my birthday.
Ooh, perfect timing. I bet it's coming out that day then. Alrighty, guys, that's it for the news. And now it's time to talk, unless someone else had something else to add about Cyberpunk. I don't know. There's not really much to talk about other than it was delayed and maybe new consoles coming.
Yeah,
Exciting stuff. It's time to talk about our Patreon. If you haven't already, please go check out our Patreon, patreon.com/supergamerboys. Over there, you can support us for just $1 a month, and you will get episodes early and ad-free. And you help us do cool things for our show. We also have tiers, $5 a month. You get, that's the one where you get your show notes early. And that's, you'll get your name in the show notes also, and in the show description. So everyone can see who you are and send you DMs and tell you how awesome you are. In the Discord, shout you out and be like, hey, you're awesome for supporting the show. I don't think anyone's ever done that, but you could do that if you wanted to. The $10 level, that's a Patreon sponsor role where you actually get a shout out on the show, just like our sponsors, Bill Bird, Julie Bates, Dustin Long, Brent Fox. You guys are all awesome. Thank you so much. As well as those previous, tiers, you get the shows early and the show notes to comment, share your own thoughts on news stories, stuff like that. And then the big boy tier, this is where, we don't play no games up here. This is serious business. Adrian's a homeboy Holmes up here. He supports it at that Patreon producer level, $15 a month. And you have all that stuff I've already talked about. Plus you get to pitch us on segments for the show. If there's an article you really want us to talk about, shout it out. If there is, you want JJ to start wearing a wig, he'll start doing it. If you want Zetch to grow just a mustache and shave the rest off, he'll do it. If you want me to dye my hair pink, I'll do it. I mean, why not? Might as well. We're all in quarantine anyways, right?
You made for you.
Yeah,
that's right. I haven't been quarantined at all. Like, honestly, that's like one of those things. It sounds terrible, but like all my friends are like, I'm sick of being stuck at home. I'm like, I just wish I could stay home. I'm so tired. Like, work has been so much busier these last 2 months. Like I've been working so much. I'm like, nah, pretty much. But so shout out to all you awesome Patreon supporters. And again, if you haven't checked it out yet, if you haven't gone over there and supported us, please go over to patreon.com/supergamerboys. If you love what we do and want us to keep making cool stuff for you, support us over there. And we very, very much appreciate it. Now, back to the show. Alrighty, some new releases real quick, so JJ can get into sharing his games, what you've been playing. But new releases here. We have The Last of Us Part 2 on PS4. Came out June 19th.
Yes.
Finally happened. It finally actually happened. Pokemon Cafe Mix comes out on the 23rd. So that awesome Candy Crush game that I was telling you about with microtransactions comes out tomorrow or yesterday.
Oh, goody.
So go check it out. It's probably going to be terrible. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. So the remaster of like the GameCube game back in the day. Now on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. And then Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, which that was supposed to come out like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
Got delayed for no reason, just out of no, like the day it was
sure
supposed to come out.
I'm sure there was a reason.
Well, they just never gave a reason. It was one of those weird things where like the day it was supposed to come out, they put out a Twitter post, "Hey, game's supposed to come out today. It's not." It's like, okay, cool. Like that's weird.
I wonder there's some licensing problem that they had to get resolved.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
I don't know.
Disney.
Right. Yeah. It came out on PS4 and Switch on the 23rd. So now it is time for What You Playing. I'm playing through The Last of Us. I'm almost done with it.
The first one.
The first one, yes. And playing through it honestly has me kind of excited to dive into the second one at some point. Like I'm like, okay, there's a lot of things in the story here I didn't remember towards the end. But yeah, that's all I want to say. That's all I've been playing. And I'm really excited for JJ to pass it on to me, the second one.
Look forward to that game in June of 2022. Because I'm going to
suck
keep playing.
so bad.
So, Zetch, what have
suck.
you been playing this week?
Nothing, guys. Nothing.
Mm.
I picked up Sonic Mania last night. Played through a couple levels. Pretty fun.
It's a good one.
It did a good job nailing that old Sonic vibe. You know, down to like.
I love the random little like Sonic 3D like levels, like bonus levels too.
Yeah.
It's so weird. But like I was like, oh, this is great. Yeah, it's a fun one.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's a really good game. Picked it up on Switch and can't wait to show it to my son because my son's gonna really enjoy it. You know what else I've been doing?
Yeah.
I just do it, but Isaac's birthday was on the same day as Father's Day, right? So for his birthday, I got him Pokemon cards, like the trading card game.
Dude, yes.
And so him and I are gonna start playing that. I even went. We cracked them all open. It was just a bunch of booster packs, and there's like no energy cards. So I went down to the game card shop on my way home and picked up like a big old box of more cards, and like it was like an elite trainer deck. And so him and I are gonna start playing. Played some Pokemon. Pretty excited about it because I'm a big time Magic player. At least I was back in the day. So I'm really excited to play something a little more simpler with my son. Yeah. So, but other than that, yeah, it's been a pretty busy week. I haven't really played anything. So I now will give all my time. I yield all my time over to JJ to give us a full in-depth review of Last of Us Part 2.
It's about time. This is the moment I've been waiting for my entire life for you guys to just give me the floor and just let me talk about the greatest game of all time.
Do it.
Singularly, the greatest company that ever was created, Naughty Dog, put together something that Jesus Christ himself like loved on and just spoke into existence. Go with me on this. So no, so in fact, the thing about this game is so great is, before I get into some of the game stuff specifically, is how everybody is seemingly, except for Zetch, everybody is seemingly so excited about this game that it's bringing the whole gaming world together. Like everybody's talking about it. I've avoided spoilers like crazy. I met one of my customers today that is now going to be listening to the podcast, Adam Avakian, sweet dude. I had a great talk with this guy. He's a PC gamer, but he's also got a PlayStation. And I was just telling him that this is the game you have to get. Katie bar the door. This game is so good. They have delivered in every way. Naughty Dog just hit it out of the park. I'm so glad that I did The Last of Us, the playthrough recently. I did that playthrough that took me a couple of weeks, just under a couple of weeks to get through the whole game. We talked about it. It's a little bit easier. This thing, the nostalgia is great. They kind of play back on the story. If you've never played the original Last of Us, you can play this game and get totally caught up right out the gate at what the whole story is. So that really helped. We did a Twitch stream on Saturday night. I picked up my copy on Friday, and I showed immense strength, like superhero, Superman style strength, to not play this game.
You waited like a full 24 hours to wait.
You have no idea how hard I've waited for several years now to play this game. This is one of the first games that I played when I picked up my PlayStation 4 back in, I think, 2016. So I've been sitting around for the last 4 years waiting on this game to come out. And I know others have said, we've been waiting since it first came out in 13. I waited, and when I had it in my hand, I was really struggling. But I showed restraint. I have willpower. And so I played it on Saturday evening at 5 o'clock. I started the stream, and Garrett could tell you the analytics of how many people stopped in. And if you did, thank you so much for coming and joining us on the stream on twitch.tv/the-super-gamer-boys.
Yeah, dude, JJ,
there was
JJ
100
was killing
or
it.
200 people watching,
Well,
400 people
no.
watching.
Not quite that much. No, you really were killing on the stream, because like I've been streaming. Obviously, it's an old game, so people are like, whatever, we don't care about the old game. Like The Last of Us, last week I did like 3 or 4 days. I think I streamed like 4 different days, and I would have like one person each night maybe join in. And then I jumped over to your stream, and obviously it's a brand new game that everyone's excited about. But we had like 2 new follows on Twitch, and there was like up to like 7 or 8 people at one point in the stream. There was like 11 people stop by, but there's like 8 like consistent viewers. I'm like, dude, like JJ's killing. He's bringing in the follows. He's bringing in the viewers. Like, we just need more JJ on Twitch, apparently.
And you know what? And this is my first time twitching. Oh, I don't know if twitching is a thing. I don't see how I'm old, and I don't really know the vernacular. This is my first time doing a Twitch stream at the house. I had a little bit of hard time with the volume and stuff like that.
We need to get your audio fixed up. We need to get you a good headset that actually works.
So unfortunately, I had to turn the sound down. I only streamed 1 hour, the first hour of playthrough, only because I was having a hard time with my audio. I had to have
don't tell people that. Don't tell them it's because we didn't want to spoil too much of the game. We're just previewing the first hour. That's correct. Just a preview of the first hour. It was
that's
on purpose.
What I meant to say.
On purpose.
You're so good. You're so good. So I'll tell you right out the gate, the graphics are incredible. The vistas, the sights that are seen in this thing are really beautiful. I mean, most games are like that now, where you're looking and it's so realistic. It plays back to the original so much. Even though everything is so much updated and everything's more fluid. Fighting against clickers and zombies, it just feels much more realistic. It's not as choppy or blocky as the original.
That's what I wanted to chime in quick, is like I watched some of your stream. I we were busy that night, so I wasn't able to watch too much, but I watched a few minutes of it, and it was at one point where a clicker like reaches out and grabs you and then starts like coming at you, and just watching the animation of that, especially having like just the previous day played the first one, I don't know, like it sounds crazy because it's like we've had great animation, and not even the graphics are insane, yes, but even like the animation, so fluid it all was, it just blew my mind. I'm like, oh, they don't look like robots or like just animated creatures. Like that looks just like a clicker coming at you, and the way Ellie was moving and stuff like that. It's just everything is just so fluid and smooth and like realistic. That's the only way I can say it. Like it sounds just so bland to say realistic, sure. But like when you see it, you're like, oh no, like it's actually like crazy. Like it's bizarre, like how like their movements and facial movements and features, like with expressions on their face and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, this is like next level. Like it doesn't even make sense. Like it's hard to compute in your head that it's a video game. But yeah, I watched just a few minutes of your stream, and I was just surprised by that attack there. When that thing attacked you, I'm like, holy cow, like that looks like JJ sitting there with a video camera, like camcording this, not like playing a video game.
It really does. It's unbelievable how great it looks like that. One of the things is I had a few people who stopped in and watched the stream, or at least watched portions of the stream, and they're not video gamers. They, their idea of video games is Nintendo, or Intendo, as my dad called it.
Nintendo, get it right.
They basically, it's a little callback to earlier.
In case you guys all skipped the show to get to JJ talking about The Last of Us, that's what you missed.
Yeah. So one of their things was everybody that was so used to video games being the Atari and the Nintendo were like, this is a beautiful game. And beautiful kept coming up over and over again, that they just were blown away by some of the sights that you see in it. And the storytelling is perfect Naughty Dog. It's just excellent. It's excellently done. I won't ruin any of the story. I'm a few hours in right now. This is the first time that I have played a game in quite some time. I want to say since Red Dead, where I've had that itch where like, gosh, I got to get back to it. I have to just, if I could squeeze in a little bit more time right now and just carve out a little bit here. It's hard with having kids to find time and not to be selfish and to take time yourselves. And it's obviously a game that's really, really gory. So I will tell you that and I love it. I'm totally into that. But my children can't see that kind of stuff. So they have to be out of the room and can't be anywhere near or need to be asleep. And I'm an old guy. I can't stay up super late. So I find myself getting up early in the morning in order to be able to squeeze in just a little more game time. And then sometimes a little bit in the late evening.
Nice.
So
How's
I've loved it.
I've heard a lot of people complain about the loudness of their PlayStation. Like it's like the fan goes, like the graphical demands on it are really high.
Actually, so glad that you said that. I hadn't put that together, but it has been extremely loud. And I do not have a PlayStation 4 Pro. I have the PS4. And I did want to bring up that with that, that not only is the fan just blowing all the time, because it is pushing the boundaries of the PlayStation 4 and what it can do. It is such a visually stunning game that I can only imagine what it's going to look like on PS5, to be perfectly honest.
Baby.
Yeah, when they get like a remastered version on PS5, wow. Because honestly, with my regular PlayStation 4, I'm absolutely blown away by what I'm seeing on that screen. So it's cool. Great. I really hope that you guys pick it up, or if I do choose to do another stream, that you guys will go and join us. But make sure to look out on Twitter, on the Super Gamer Boys Twitter feed, as well as my personal @JJ Purdom, and I'll make sure if I'm going to do a stream to share it with you, the listeners.
Yeah. No, we pushed a post last time, the day before, so we'll try to a day or two before let everyone know that JD is going to do it. If you can schedule, if it happens to be like 30 minutes before, that's fine too. Let me know, because I always try to push it out in the stories or a post or something quick, because it's fun to hang out while playing video games. So if we ever see us go live, come say hi.
And that was probably the best thing, and something that I really wasn't expecting. So having never done the Twitch stream myself, I had it on the television screen, the Twitch comments. And so it was easily accessible to be able to see the comments pop up on the screen, to be able to then converse with people who were in the chat. And I didn't have like a computer or a laptop. I couldn't do two things at once if we had a gun to my head. So it just helps that I was able to like see the stuff and then give them audio answers and stuff like that. We had some really good back and forth with some of the people who stopped in and watched the stream. So again, thank you to our Patreon supporters for supporting us to be able to make it to where little old me can be able to play such an amazing game. You made that happen. Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Cool.
Sweet.
Cool.
Well, I think it's time for the question of the show. We teased it last week. Our first ever question of the show tease. And now it's time to answer the question that I'm sure JJ has not thought about until just now. What Pokemon would you each use to describe each other as? And it did say JJ just to make something up. Heart emoji. This is from Sir Prince-A-Lot over on Discord. Thank you so much, Derek over there. And he actually sent some answers as well. So I don't know if do you want me to give his answers first before you guys give yours, or me and Seth give ours? I mean,
I don't. Okay, so it might be better if I just, because honestly, I haven't thought of it. It might be better if I just give you answers right now, because I don't know what a Pokemon is. I don't know what a Pokemon does. So maybe it would be better if you don't give me any ideas by just having me tell you what I think.
All right, do it.
Tell us three, but give me what Pokemon am I and why, if you want to come up with a why, I guess, and what Pokemon is Zetch.
Okay. I'll start with Zetch. Zetch is a Snarflegibber, and a Snarflegibber is part leprechaun and part shark with a laser beam attached to its head. And so excellent swimmer, hides his gold underwater, obviously, and his power is he's got a shillelagh that shoots fruity pebbles out of it. And yeah, it's like kind of a gun.
Oh, my
So
shillelagh.
he shoots fruity pebbles out of it. And then always says like, "Where's my Lucky Charms?" You know? Yeah, the Snorkel Gibber. Yeah.
Snarfle giver. Okay.
So but he's
Sweet,
always cutting
sweet.
people up with his head, and
okay.
he's really good at that stuff.
Yeah, don't make me mad.
Yeah.
Cool.
And okay, so
Okay.
Garrett, yeah, as far
What
as
am
like a Pokemon, you're a
I'm nervous. That's what I am.
That's not a Pokemon.
And a Snarfle giver is.
a Snarfle Gibber is a very dangerous.
It's closer to a Pokemon than Nervous.
Yeah.
I mean, think about some of the names of some of the Pokemon, though. Like, I wouldn't be
Snarfle Giver sounds like it's
but
a
also,
Pokemon
like,
name.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there was one called Unnervous or something, too.
True.
They get pretty unoriginal in some of
Yeah.
the names for Pokemon.
The new ones, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay, JJ. Let me have
Garrett
it.
is a Rockagibber. So that's a
Okay.
Gaelic name. I don't know how to spell it.
Garlic?
You might want to Google that. Okay, and so what this is he's a dancer, and he is part bear, part lion, and part rhino. So you're all animal, and you're a dancer. And what happens is you use this dancing capabilities to magically possess people when they're near you. You dance with this magical dance, swaying of your hips in a sexual way. And so what happens is people are just lost in this like super hardcore, like, sexual dance that you do where they just don't know what to do and they just freeze. It's like you and then you sing too while you're doing it. If I could turn back time, if I could show you know what I mean? Like, and you're doing that kind of stuff. And so there you go. It's a Gaelic word. You're like three animals in one that dances sexually, like, controls people and freezes them.
So psychic type.
Yeah.
Psychic dancing type.
Or
okay,
horror. I don't know.
Yeah. And for
Ghost
some
type.
reason, you're also in
Fairy type.
Fairy, yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, it's a fairy type. It's a fairy type.
Okay.
You got to have a tutu on for this.
Honestly, what you've described sounds very close, like way closer to Pokemon than I think you realize. Honestly, for both of us, like I would love if there's an artist who listens to this show to like scribble up something, like sketch up something that what JJ just described. Because honestly, like I just imagine them having those same pitch meetings over in Japan right now when they're trying to come up with Pokemon. Like it probably some of the Pokemon that they've come up with.
What does it sound like
oh,
when they have
not
a pitch meeting in Japan, Garrett?
Exactly what you just did, but in Japanese, and we're not going to do that. No, we're not going to do it.
Do your Japanese voice. Do your accent that you do.
Okay, so JJ is a Snorlax.
Okay.
Okay. I think JJ reminds me of Snorlax.
Okay.
Because he's big and bald.
He's big and bald. Okay.
What's a Snorlax?
Google it.
Oh man. I don't have time to Google nothing.
And Garrett is a Mewtwo.
Mewtwo. Ooh.
Yeah. Or Lucario. I don't know. I feel like maybe Lucario. Maybe closer to Lucario.
Okay. Why do you feel that way about me? I feel like that's bad.
You're tall and you look fast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's also a light dancer. I don't know if you're aware of that, but he's a hell of a dancer.
Okay.
Fantastic dancer.
You also remind me of Farfetch too, to be honest, because you kind of look like a bird.
I can see that. Yeah. No, honestly, like thinking of the picture of a Farfetch in my mind, if I was carrying a leak, I'd look just like one.
Yep. You look just like a Farfetch.
Okay, a Snorlax is like a pocket monster. It's like a little fat. It looks like he's 6'11", but he's like big and fat.
You don't mess with Snorlax.
Yeah, he's.
You may look cute and cuddly, but you don't mess with him.
No,
he'll rough you up.
He f's people up. Yeah. Oh man. So here's Derek's answers. I was going to give Derek's answers here. So he said for Garrett, you're pretty basic but classic / classy and loyal. I'm a Pikachu. So he called me basic, but I am classy and loyal, so I'll take it.
He called you basic.
Zetch is a Seadra, and he said, from what I think I know of Zetch, he's kind of small but tough and sticks to his guns.
Accurate.
And JJ, he has drowsy. JJ actually seems like a cutesy putz, but he's very calculated in it, and I love it. Actually, more like a hypno. So he kind of changed his mind on there, which is the next evolution of a drowsy. So yeah, that's.
I'm not gonna be offended because I don't know what none of that is.
That's okay.
Pokemon, dude. In Pokemon Yellow, I had a hypno, and I taught him how to use Dream Eater.
Oh, dude.
And I got his hypnotized up like really high, and so he would like instant kill like every Pokemon. I just went through like the whole game practically, just like, you're asleep, you're dead, you're asleep, you're dead. It's like
cheating.
Oh, good
Man,
times.
No, that's crazy. That's awesome. My picks, I had. Oh, I guess I should bring them up. I have them on my phone here. For JJ, I had a. I had a Ludicolo. So Ludicolo begins dancing as soon as it hears cheerful, festive music. This Pokemon is said to appear when it hears the singing of children and hiking outings. So
that's me.
That's what it looks like. For you video listeners.
That's exactly like him.
I've got like a sombrero on my head or something.
Yeah. So Ludicolo, that is 100% you, especially like you're always talking about. I love it. I mean, you guys don't hear it because you don't go to our company meetings, but when he tells stories about things he does for customers, he's like, I hate being the dancing monkey, but I always end up being the dancing monkey for like putting on a show. And so as soon as I saw even just the picture of Ludicolo like dancing, I'm like, oh yeah, that's JJ. He's a dancing monkey. Like he just always putting on a show. 100%. And then for Zetch, this is actually a new one from Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Oh gosh.
You are a Morpeko. So that's the one with the split personality. Because on one side, because when I love how it's called full belly mode and hangry mode. When you're in full belly mode, you're nice and cheerful and kind and this super chill. And then in hangry mode, which I imagine like whenever we get on a topic where we just like. Yeah, we're talking like where we go back and forth and we have different opinions. Like, and like same thing with the Seadra comparison. Like you stand your ground. Like you have like a thought and you're going to defend it to the death. And that's 100% what I imagine like hangry mode. Like, all of a sudden you like change. You're like, no. So you're 100%.
That's the most apt description of Zetch that you could possibly get.
That's pretty good.
And that's why we love you, buddy.
Because you go from like the sweetest, coolest dude to all of a sudden you're just like, not that you're not sweet and cool still, but all of a sudden you're just like, no, heck no. Like this is truth.
You're wrong.
I'm staying right here. I'm like, okay. So what I've determined from that.
At all.
So what the conclusion I've come to is that you're just hungry. You just need to eat more, and then you'll be fine. Just like a Morpeko, you get hangry. You just need to eat more. You'll be full belly mode all the time. But okay, cool. Well,
good time.
That was fun. That was really fun, Derek. Thanks for that question. And if you guys have any questions, whether you want to ask us crazy questions like this or more serious topics about like, hey, what's your favorite game from 1993 or something like that? I don't know, whatever. Or something serious about something happening in the news. You can send those on our website, supergamerboys.com. You can send them through social media, DM us, or honestly, the most fun way, I think, personally, is when you join our Discord, supergamerboys.com/Discord. Yeah. Over there, we have a channel dedicated just for asking questions or sending in topics of discussion. And then we have fun conversations around it. So go join us over there. It's a lot of fun. Thank you everyone for listening. This has been a really fun episode. I had a really good time hanging out with you two tonight. It's been good. Some fun discussions and love hearing about Last of Us 2. But remember, like earlier in the show, I mentioned patreon.com/supergamerboys. You can go check that out. Get our episodes early and ad-free just for $1 a month. If you want some sweet merch, go over to supergamerboys.com/store. If you didn't see our social media feed earlier this week, Zetch got a sweet mug.
I did. I love it.
Which I thought he'd have on the show, and he doesn't. So he kind of dropping the ball a little bit.
Guys.
But maybe you need to give it back. Maybe JJ's is broken.
Don't take my cup away.
Okay.
It's mine.
No, just kidding.
Back up.
But oh, hangry mode. Hold on.
Eat something, Zetch, eat something.
He need his Snickers. Snap into a Slim Jim. If you can, please rate and review us over on your favorite podcast app of choice there, or iTunes preferably if you can, if you have an Apple device. Reviews are great, fantastic. Subscribe to us over on YouTube. Give our videos thumbs up if you can. Comment on them. Yeah. All that stuff helps the algorithm get our stuff to new people. So that would be very much appreciated. If you if you aren't able to support us financially, just take the second to go do that. And that's honestly, so fantastic and helpful to us. So that would be great too. I already mentioned our website, Twitter and Instagram at Super Gamer Boys. I already mentioned our Facebook at facebook.com/supergamerboys. I'm over on Twitter at GMorlang. JJ is apparently now on Twitter.
I am usually at Twitter now at JJ Purdom.
And Zetch is over on Instagram at
Zetch Keenan and at nerd_dads. Both channels have been pretty light.
Yeah.
But I'm there.
Same here.
Send me a message.
Yeah. Yeah, if you ever want to just chit chat, send me a DM. Yeah. Slide into those DMs.
Slide in my DMs.
And don't forget, there's still
time
for you guys to get in on our Super Gamer Boys giveaway.
Yes. Hashtag Super Gamer Boys giveaway.
We want to give you $50.
$50 free dollars to PlayStation, Microsoft, Switch, or what's the fourth one? We decided on Steam. Huh? Is that what we're doing now? Apparently we're doing Steam now.
So how do they do it? Where do they have to go? They have to go to our Instagram.
Follow on Instagram. There you go. Post a picture of yourself with your favorite game. Doesn't have to be a game. It can be a game case. It can be a picture, action figure, a piece of paper with it written on there, whatever you want to do. And then just listen to the show, because on the show on July 15th, we're choosing a winner. And then that next episode, we will reveal the winner.
Easy.
So follow us at Super Gamer Boys on Instagram to get those deets, and to remember to tag us and hashtag your picture so we can actually enter you in the sweepstakes or the giveaway or whatever it's called.
Giveaway.
Sweeps. Give it away now. Thank you so much to Star Andrews for our logo. Check her out on Instagram at Ground Floor Graphics and Facebook.com/Ground Floor Graphics. That is our show.
All right. He is the Snurfle Giver, Zetch Keenan. And of course, we can't forget, that is Garrett Morlang. He's the captain of this ship. And then there's me, the golden voice, the host with the most. My name is JJ Purdom. We are the Super Gamer Boys.
And we will catch you on the flippity flop.
Peace.